Hey everyone, it's November 4th. I thought I'd show you pumpkins that I ended up with this season. I didn't I didn't plant them on purpose. They were on the compost heap and the vine started growing, and without any effort, just only effort you have to put in is be careful not to step on the vine because it takes over the whole yard. But I ended up with some pumpkins, and here's a jack-o'-lantern that I cut up for Halloween. I guess you could say I'm a traditionalist with basic carving there. And ended up with some extra candy, overestimated again. I don't know how that happened. But, I was talking to my brother, and he said, he'd cut them up and give them to his chickens, and then jokingly said, why don't you make some pumpkin seeds? And I used to love pumpkin seeds. I couldn't get enough of them, so I went online, found out basic recipe on preparing pumpkin seeds and gave it a shot and couldn't stop eating them. So I thought I'd show you how to make pumpkin seeds again, and I gave it a little bit more thought, and there's a lot of people, or most of the people on this planet, they don't grow stuff as a hobby or a novelty. They grow stuff because they need to eat. So instead of having these end up on the compost heap, I thought I'd give it a try and learn how to prepare some pumpkins. Maybe make, I like pumpkin pie, make some pumpkin pie, prepare some pumpkin puree, and I guess you can make pumpkin soup too, so I'm going to give that a try. So let's take a look at, though, I got a late pumpkin that I guess evidently the vine just keeps on growing as it grows along and keeps on putting in roots. And I've got this other pumpkin that looks like it's going to be about, 50, 60 pounds. Let's take a look at it. But maybe not. It looks like it's rotting. We had a frost. So, to my surprise, critters like to nibble on pumpkins too. So I had to put this netting over it. And you can see, I guess the vine has, that frost did finish off the vine here. But these pumpkins, when they start to rot, they rot pretty fast. Here's the remnants of one right here. So it just goes back into the garden. And maybe some critters get to have a free meal. But I didn't notice. I thought I protected it, but it looks like that that damage there was enough to break the integrity here. I mean, the rest of it's solid, so oh well. Let's get on to carving, open up a pumpkin. And now I don't know what variety these pumpkins are. They're a generic, probably, pumpkin that's grown best for making Halloween pumpkins. I don't necessarily think they're probably a good variety or the best variety for eating, but the seeds, they're pretty good. From what I read, the smaller pumpkins, that's what you use for making pumpkin pie. As they get larger, they can get, I guess, grainy. So we'll carve this, we'll cut this one open and get the seeds out of this. I just use an ice cream scoop to clean it out. Nice sturdy spoon too would help. So what you do with these is you clean off these seeds in water. Just clean them off with your hands, in between your hands. Rub them so all this debris comes off of them, and then basically you just boil them in some salted water. Put them in a, preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and then you boil them in the salted water for about 10 minutes, and then you roast them from anywhere 10 to 20 minutes until they're brown to the way you like them. And you don't have to just use salt. I guess you can use honey. You can use different spices, savory, sweet. Maybe make them hot. Might try those variations too. I mean, even though I didn't put any effort into growing these, there's no need to just throw them on the compost pile. As we get some, look at this, looks like this one here. There's one actually, a seed is actually sprouted inside the pumpkin. Huh. That's interesting. So I got about a cup of pumpkin seeds. That's about the amount that I got out of the first pumpkin that I cut up. So let's go ahead and make some salted pumpkin seeds. So I have about a cup of pumpkin seeds here. Wash them off. Get all the slimy stuff off of the pumpkin seeds. Wash them up. Rinse them a couple of times and then strain them. Now I have the oven preheated for preheating to 400 degrees. And we're going to boil some water. Put these seeds in some water, bring it to a boil, then turn it down, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And we want to use about 2 cups of water for every half cup of pumpkin seeds that we have. And then to that, you can put about a half a tablespoon per cup of water. That's what I did with the first batch, and I think I like it a little bit more saltier, so I'm going to try a little bit more salt. I know, the ones that buy in the store, those are really salty. So they're not as salty as those. But season them to your taste, to your preference. So I have about a cup of pumpkin seeds, so I'm putting in 4 cups of water. And I've got 4 tablespoons of kosher salt I'm putting in. And my pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to bring that to a boil, then lower the temperature, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So they've been simmering for about 10 minutes. As you can see, they brown up a little bit, but when you bake them, they turn white again. So let's take these, strain them, and try to put them on a sheet pan. Try to get them so there's, about just a single layer of them. Spread them out evenly. I put some foil in this sheet pan and put a tablespoon of olive oil, coated the bottom. So let's spread these out in a nice single layer. You can see how they've darkened up. They're sort of like a tan color or brown. So again, we're putting them in a 400-degree oven, and want to bake them for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on your preference of how brown and crispy you want them. And in they go. So it's been 10 minutes. Let's take a look. They look done. See, they've lightened up again. Let them cool off, and you have yourself some nice pumpkin seeds. So here you go. Salted baked pumpkin seeds. They're pretty good. I might try some different spices, and I read online perhaps you could, cook them with honey so they come out sweet. Who knows, maybe they taste good with cinnamon on them. You never know. But just the old standard salted pumpkin seeds are pretty good on their own. So if you get around to growing pumpkins next season, or you have any pumpkins sitting around from this season, give it a try. And thanks for watching my videos.